Thank you so much for stopping by at LJ4 Tutoring. Today we're going to be talking about cellular uptake of glucose. So in this video, we're going to describe glucose uptake into the cell, or basically how glucose enters the cell. First, you have to eat food. Food is our source of life, it's our source of energy because it has glucose. So examples of food: sugar, pizza, French fries. Please forgive the crude drawing, but you basically get the idea. So when you eat food, the glucose from your food is then it enters into your cell. It's uptaken into the cell so that it can be converted into energy. To watch the video on how glucose is converted into energy, go ahead and click the card. All right, so to continue that conversation, glucose is transported through GLUT, which stands for glucose transporters. And there are several different kinds in the body, but what you need to know is that these GLUT, or glucose transporters, facilitate diffusion of glucose into the cell. Please forget that oversight. Instead of the word to, it should say of, but let's continue. So there are 5 different categories of glucose transporters. In this chart, I will be breaking down the different types and what and where they are expressed and the function of what they'll do. All right, so the first glucose transporter is GLUT1. It's found in most tissues. The GLUT1 transporter is embedded in outer membrane surrounding the cells, and it transports a simple sugar called glucose, which we're talking about, into the cell from the blood or from other cells to use it as fuel. So that's when I'm writing down the basal glucose uptake. That's in essence what it does. It takes up glucose into the blood-brain barrier, and in the heart in the lesser extent areas, so they can be used for energy. All right, moving on to GLUT2. This can be found in the liver, the pancreas, specifically the beta cells, and the small intestines. It mediates the facilitated diffusion of glucose across the cell membranes, and then intracellular glucose metabolism is initiated by the glucose phosphorylated enzyme hexokinase 4, or glucokinase. It needs high capacity glucose uptake in order for it to receive the glucose into the cell. All right, so moving on to GLUT3. GLUT3 is found in the brain, the neurons, and the sperm. GLUT3 controls the uptake of glucose into the neuron, so that's why you'll see it specifically in the brain, the neurons, and the sperm. It's only found in those areas, more so in the brain and the neurons, because the brain also needs glucose in order to, function as well. So moving on to GLUT4, which is a very important glucose transporter. All of them are important, but this one is very heavily tested, as I've come to realize in graduate school. So this is found in the skeletal muscle, adipose tissue, and the heart. It is insulin dependent, and that means that it needs insulin to signal it in order to uptake the glucose into the cell through the GLUT4 transporter. And finally, we have the GLUT5 transporter. It is found in the intestines, and this is where is mostly for fructose transporters. Something that I use to remember GLUT5. So 5 starts with the F, intestine starts with the I, and then fructose starts with the F. So fifth, I plead the fifth. That's how I remember it, F-I-F, fifth. All right, time for some review questions. First question, what does GLUT stand for? Second question, where can you find GLUT3 in the body? Third question, what does GLUT4 need in order to uptake glucose into the cells? If you forgot the answers to the questions, please go back and replay this video. That concludes our video over the cellular uptake of glucose. I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you found it helpful, please share with a friend. Thank you so much for stopping by LJ4 Tutoring. Thank you for watching our video. We really value your support. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification button. That way you don't miss another video by us. We upload videos, science and medical concepts every week. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.